Hi guys, Joanne Shaw Taylor here, wrapping up making my 5th album with the legend that is Kevin Shirley. I had a blast doing it and I can't wait for you to hear it. I'm a blues rock singer and guitarist, songwriter. I was born in the Black Country in England and raised in Birmingham. I started playing guitar when I was 8 years old. I was a classical guitarist, started learning at school. My dad and my older brother played guitar and I just grew up in that sort of household where there was always guitars littered about, and I became obsessed with it basically from a very early age. When I was 13 years old, I started playing electric guitar, and rifling through my dad's CD collection, I found a Stevie Ray Vaughan CD. Just absolutely fell madly in love with it and that sound, and just then and there sort of decided on the spot that, you know, that was it for me and that's what I wanted to do in life. Oh, okay, on here it's written turn around solo.
No, it's written turn around and you go back to the verse.
Oh, okay, so there was probably like a little fill in there is what I meant. All right, so that would have been the guitar solo right there, and then come back for a chorus.
1, 2, 1, 2.
I think my main objective with this was just to get as many good songs as possible, and diverse within the sort of genres I play across, you know, blues, rock, soul, and you know, just to have something to sing about, which is more important for me. You know, what's happened since the previous album? What do I have to sing about? What, you know, relationships do I want to moan about? I've been wanting to work with Kevin for a while, and the timing wasn't right. I've known him through, I'm very good friends with somebody he works with a lot, which is Joe Bonamassa. So I've gotten to know Kevin quite well as a friend over the years, just hanging out with Joe. Yeah, about a year or two ago, I left the record company I was on, Roof Records, and I set up my own and decided to go independent. And Kevin reached out to me and said that, you know, he'd be interested in working with me, and, you know, I said I'd always wanted to work with him. And at that point, we'd just got The Dirty Truth, which was my previous album, in the bag. So coming up to do this album, he was my first choice. And yeah, timing just worked out, and it's kind of been everything I wanted it to be.
Joanne has all the right things. She has a work ethic, and she has the trust factor that's important to me.
I knew I trusted him and liked him, and we get on great, but also I have huge respect for his sound.
She let me mold her songs, and she let me guide her and in the direction of these songs, and that's very appealing for me to be creative with someone, and she's very open to being creative. She's very open to collaborating.
You know, it's a weird thing working with a producer. You've really got to have a good level of trust, or I feel I do, you know, when you're handing over your songs to them and basically giving them full control.
The sound of this record is blues-based, but it's challenging in many different ways. We've taken blues, and they're presented in, I hate to be, you know, cheesy stylistically, but in everything from a sort of ZZ Top direction to a Dire Straits direction to Zeppelin bombast to sort of sensitivity of a crowded house track.
I knew it would be a good pairing, and I haven't been let down. I've had a lot of fun making this album, and I think it sounds, you know, really good. It's different, you know, but he's pushed me a lot.
It's an album. It's an album of music and not a compilation of songs. It's an album. It's an album, which is the way I like to make records. and like to think of them as an album. Okay, here we go from the top.
Oh, 1, 2, 3.
Hope you get this letter wherever you are. Should have told you everything in it right from the start. A true confession I have to make. I know it's a little late. Did what they told me, and I feel so sad. 'Cause baby, I miss you bad. That ship has sailed out to sea and out of sight. So I've never been to Nashville. My mum came once, she's no longer with us, and I think it was one of 2 places she visited in America. She came on a girls' trip and she absolutely loved it and always talked about it, so it was kind of nice for me to come here and kind of see a bit of the city and, you know, walk around the honky-tonks. I went and did the Johnny Cash Museum yesterday, because I love Johnny.
We're working at the RCA Studio A in Nashville, which is this big old room that's been used to cut everything from Elvis Presley to Chet Atkins to John Hyatt to...
I mean, you know, Dolly Parton recorded I Will Always Love You here, and Jolene, and
Johnny Cash. Everyone is recorded in this room. It's just a magnificent room.
there's a great vibe of history in this studio, so it's been a pleasure to be part of that.
My choice of musicians is fairly simple because they're the best in the world, and I make a lot of records with these guys. Michael Rhodes, all-time favorite bass player. Greg Morrow, one of the best drummers I've ever worked with. Steve Nathan, who's an old Muscle Shoals keyboard player. And Rob McNally, who is just the most wonderful and diverse guitar player. He can play any style. We've hit everything I wanted to do. You know, we've got some really good up-tempo blues rock numbers, and we've got some more kind of soul, full crossover stuff, which, you know, I love playing the blues rock stuff. I love singing the soul stuff. You know, I think we've hit on a lot of autobiographical subjects, mostly regarding relationships and things like that, things I need to say to a couple of people. You know, so I'm very much looking forward to taking these songs out on the road, but the boys have just made them come alive, you know, they've got such great feel to them, so I'm very happy. Long enough to know you gotta let it show if you're in a row. What's my favourite Kevin Shirley album? My favourite Kevin Shirley album is the new Joanne Shaw Taylor album. Hi, I'm Kevin Shirley, and I've just finished a record with the very supremely talented blues guitar player and chanteuse from England, Joanne Shaw Taylor. And we've made a wonderful collection of songs.
I had a blast doing it, and I can't wait for you to hear it, so I hope you like it. It will be out in October, and we will be touring behind it shortly after. And I hope you come see us out on the road, and I can sing you these songs that I have written from my heart. See you soon. Cheers.